I'm so good at streaming, you guys. So good at streaming. Welcome back to 4 Geeks Vikings, the place where geeks come to geek out and professional streamers come to die. I, as always, am Bozer, and this is another Geek Out Sesh on Monday night. It's been a few weeks since we've got to do one of these, and I've missed it. How are you all doing? Thank you for being here. Oh, you guys, we have been doing so much lately. Well, both personally in my own life and work life, which is one reason why we didn't have a Geek Out Sesh last week. And then also, we went to C2E2. We met Britt from Let's Get Rollin', who is one of our core cast members on the Cloudscape campaign. We got to see all of our friends in Chicago, and we just had the best time. I'm still not over it, but unfortunately, right when we got back, I had to launch right into work life. That if any of you know me, I'm a theater guy, and so it was a week of a show. Hence why I've got these sweet chops and sweet precious mustache. But it just gave me no time to get to decompress and think about all the amazing things that happen at con. We haven't even posted about C2E2 yet, but we got some sweet footage, more side quest NPC on the way. But tonight it's a Geek Out Sesh. We're back to having a Geek Out Sesh show. If this is your first one, thank you for being here. We do this each and every Monday night, mostly at 8:30 Eastern Standard, live on Twitch and YouTube. And you can always watch it back on YouTube and podcast after the fact if you're not listening to it live. So maybe you're live in person, like DSB. What's up, guy? I didn't find you at C2E2, by the way. Like Alec, like Team Drew's Basement. Thank you guys for being here in the chat. Stick around because we're going to be chatting with a couple of great fellows, one of which is a past Geek Out Sesh alum, who you might recognize, and he's got a new friend that we haven't got to hang out with yet, but they are together are doing something really, really cool. So you're going to stick around and hear about it. And then at the end of the stream, we're going to play a little game called D&D with Me is Like, where we're going to get random objects, either suggested by you or by a random object generator, and say how it is like playing with us with D&D. So hang out. It's a Monday night. You're not doing anything. That's why we do these on Mondays. But first, I got to know the answer to the question of the day, which is, what's your favorite thing about a con? So use Command QOTD, just like DSP Live has, and and tell me your favorite thing. Like he says, the best part of a con is the people. Isn't that heartwarming? But honestly, that's my answer too. At this point, especially C2E2, I go there specifically just to meet all of the people that I only get to hang out with on the internet, or we like interact with on Instagram and TikTok. And so there we finally get to meet, or like we met our cohort from our campaign that we've only ever been playing with online. And now we're 30 episodes deep, and I finally got to see her physical face and give her a hug. And it was the most incredible feeling. Alex says the mommy milkers. Don't lie. Don't JK that shit. We know you're telling the truth. You're watching Raw and doing this, DSB. Well, thanks for us allowing us to be on the same level as Raw. I know how much you love your wrestling. But yeah, you were there Saturday, and I was in a rush, and the layout sucked. I was looking for you. I really was. I was like, I know DSB is going to be here. I know some other people. I always see the pictures back on Instagram, and as proof that I know you were there, but somehow you never link. But with thousands of people at like the third largest con in the nation, it's bound to happen that you're going to miss some people and some things. But you're changing your answer to the Booba too. Nice. Very nice. But speaking of cons, did you guys know that a brand new con is being born as we speak? It is crowning, might you say. In this year, 2024, there's going to be a brand new con specifically for TTRPGs and people who appreciate, love, and play DM in that scene. And so you can experience it. All you got to do is make your way out to California, which may not be that far of a drive for some of you. Or maybe we all get on a plane and we go hang out at this brand new con. And that's what we're going to talk about tonight. The leaders and the fellas behind this movement and the driving force behind Mystic Con 2024. So if you need one more con to add to your list, as I do, then please welcome my guests tonight. One of which you may not recognize, our friend Chris, and a former Geek Out Sesh alum, Morgan from Heroes of Evermore.
What's going on, guys?
What is up, everyone? How y'all doing?
Welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Where's the applause button?
Hey, Alec, what's up, dude?
Thanks for having
Applause
us, man.
button. That was real life applause.
Yeah. Yes. I love it.
I felt it. I felt it.
Hashtag clap.
Yeah,
Good.
Yeah.
How are you guys doing tonight? Thanks for being here.
That was it. Yeah, thanks for having us, man. It's a roller coaster. We're just sitting down after running around getting some on the topic of it, con things done and set up kind of thing for everything. So
Just finished a promo shoot at the venue itself, so super excited about that. Keep your eye out.
Yeah, that's one reason. Just a peek behind the curtain. We were running a little bit late tonight because they are too busy being fucking awesome. They're like literally doing these things to make this con happen, and they're just trying to cram too much awesome in one day. So thank you for squeezing me into the schedule today, guys.
dude,
Hey.
thanks for having us on here.
Appreciate it, man. So excited to chat more on what we're doing and see how you're doing too.
Yeah, well, as soon as I heard of this was happening, I immediately wanted you guys on because I need to know, A, how are cons born? Like DSB asks, Father, how are cons born? But I want to support it and I want to help get the word out so that other people can support it. So for those that may not recognize either of you, let's start with you, Morgan. Give us a little bit of background on who you are and what you do as a geek and what you've been doing since your last Geek Out Sash here.
Yes, I've been geeking hard, guys. It's been a journey
hard.
to campaign so hard.
So hard.
That's how cons are born.
It's super hard.
That's how they're born. So hard. So yes, campaign 2 of Heroes of Evermore has been going off, and we're halfway mark. It's been amazing. All of our sponsors have been amazing. We're adding new ones. We're working on artwork of our characters. Like
Sponsors, what are
phenomenal
those?
stuff. What do you say?
The sponsors.
And
What
what are
are those?
sponsors?
Yes. Oh my gosh, the community has rallied behind us.
I
If you
love
haven't
that.
Seen or heard. Yeah. Super grateful. We're both running sponsors at our tables, so just making them more immersive. Monster Fight Club, getting terrain, got RFI,
Yep.
Trent. I mean, there's so many to shout out. Minis monthly, like we have mini sponsors, terrain sponsors, which is next level. Like
Music sponsors.
music, Nerdiest
Yeah.
Maximus. I think he's been a guest on here.
Are you
so
serious?
just-
Yeah.
Do you
yeah.
hear this music playing in the background right now?
That's
This is
right,
Nerdiest
that's it.
Maximus music.
Yeah,
I was like,
amazing.
I need some
Yeah.
music that's not going to get me DCM made, and I can help shout out Nerdiest when it's appropriate, and this sounds appropriate. So yeah, we're listening to it right now. You may not hear it very well in the headphone.
And we sponsor them on both of our tables.
Yeah.
Like amazing stuff.
And
Like
get this sneak peek. He's working on something special for the con.
Yeah,
A little
he
adventure
is.
music for the house sound.
Oh,
some
nice.
custom compositions.
Yeah. So stoked.
Oh my God,
So
you know the
stoked.
best people.
Yeah, and then finally, as you all know, Tedra's Basement is working on the audiobook
That he
for Heroes
is.
of Evermore, so you can listen in your ear holes as you commute to work and stuff.
Yep.
Our beautiful book and our journey of our adventure.
I did not know that he was making an audiobook for that.
Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
dude's got an epic, amazing, just authoritative, like perfect voice for it. So
It's beautiful.
I love
Ah,
his
there he
voice.
is.
There he is.
Yeah, he's here. I
He's
love
here.
his voice.
right?
Yeah.
Super great
Just
human
like-
being. Love you, buddy.
It's just a purr.
Cheers. It is.
It's glorious.
Don't fall
I just
asleep
feel
while
so-
you're driving to work. Like it's a very borderline Barry Manilow voice at times.
Oh,
So like make sure you're in a safe environment
Yeah.
while you're listening to it, and
Yeah, and it's like ultimate villain.
It is.
Yeah,
he switches it up.
He's gonna keep you on your toes.
Buddy, I'm gonna try not to make all the blood rush elsewhere during my drive to work if I'm listening to that sexy
that's
voice.
another good point. Don't do that either.
Yeah.
I just feel so
that's
cool that
legal
like
and-
all those people in your circle that you just mentioned are past guests on Geek Out Sesh. So
Yeah, dude. Nice.
I'm in the right
Inner
spot.
circle.
I'm in the right spot.
Right? Exactly.
We are in the inner circle. But yeah, that is me. That's where we're at. I mean, I won't even touch on other stuff yet because there's just so much going on. The con is taking full scope of any extra time that I have.
I can only imagine.
Super excited about it. Yeah.
And what about you, Chris?
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah, so I've kind of newer into the scene and into the community. I think I've been running games about a year and a half now. It actually all started after me and I just closed my first campaign out a couple weeks ago. After
Congrats.
a year and a half of playing Strixhaven, right? It all started based off of a buddy and I went and played Adventure League at a local game shop, and then both of us were like, "Hey, I want to do this, but a little bit different." And so, I'm active duty military, and so before here I was stationed in Okinawa, Japan, and so when I lived out there, he ran games. He ran games for me, and so we're having this conversation back and forth, and so we're like, "Hey, let's just run our own game, right?" And I'm like, yeah, absolutely. In my mind, I'm thinking that he's going to run the game. In his mind, he's thinking that I'm going to run the game. And so we sat at a stalemate for months. Like, both of us like, hey, man, so, how's that thing coming? And like, it was just chirping, crickets, nothing.
How DMs are bored.
Right? And then it sat there for a while. And then finally I was like, you know what? Screw it. I'll do it. No clue what I'm doing. No clue how to run games whatsoever. And then just started with it, and then a year and a half later, now I'm here. Started with like pencil and paper maps, and now I'm building and sculpting my own terrains and 3D printing and painting all that, and trying to, man. This guy sets a bar quite high, so
we got this.
Don't even talk about Morgan's bar. No one can touch it. He brings like archery into the actual game.
Right?
It's bullshit.
Yeah. I mean, like his actual bar is right here. That's what's in here. But like, the figurative bar.
It's not even fair.
Agree.
And if anybody missed Morgan's Geek Out Sesh, how we just delved into his god tier DM style, where he has these massive parties where you're physically fighting Cthulhu with a sword in the backyard as part of the D&D campaign.
Let alone
awesome.
let alone the amount of money that Morgan spent on a Cthulhu cosplay costume for that said encounter. That is dedication amongst anything else.
It's worth it.
I had the sex.
I hope.
With the brazier.
Ooh.
The sexy Cthulhu. I don't know if I'm turned on or terrified, or both.
It's safe to live in a healthy mix of both, I think.
I believe there's a category on certain websites called tentacle that would have fit perfectly into a lot of things.
Don't Google that.
Don't Google it.
Yeah, no.
Oh, please. I'm familiar.
I'm gonna
Touche.
Yes.
So you've only been doing this for a year and a half?
Yeah.
So what
Year
first
and a half
got you
is this.
into like the D&D scene in the first place?
So I used to play with my dad when I was a kid, and we played advanced D&D, and then like went dormant for a long time, and then coming at the tail, during COVID, I was in Japan, so everything was like all enclosed. Found a group of friends that were playing and started playing out there with them. Moved back here, and then like that whole scenario happened. And then from there, my girlfriend actually bought me like this like little Game Master terrain crafting set, and I was like, oh, this is cool and this is fun, and like I've never been artistically talented in my entire life whatsoever, but just found like a little niche for this stuff, and then the story building and the world building, and then just kind of fell into this passion, and then met this guy, and it was just like same level of passion and excitement and involvement and enjoyment for all of it, and it was just, the rest is history.
And we're like, you're in San Diego?
Yeah, you're in San Diego.
Yeah, and then
Yeah, I found out we lived like
It was
30 minutes away from each other. We were like, yep.
yeah,
I love that. Oh, hi, new crits on the block. Speaking of awesome D&D creators, thanks. He likes my stash, my burns. Thank you.
nice.
If you don't know new crits, check out their Geek Sesh. Everybody's coming to hang
Nice.
out with us. But I had something. I got distracted by you, Jacob. That's from New Crits. I was like, neither of us are Jacob. Did you forget our names
We
already?
Yes, San Diego.
That's where we're at.
It's just so crazy that, like, this love of D&D can not only create a spark. Like, I love that you just started playing, and then you met Morgan, who apparently everybody in the D&D scene knows at this point because he's such a great, genuine, awesome human being
Oh, absolutely.
with this fiery passion.
Stop it right now.
But then it is
He's a published author.
huge leap. Yeah.
Yeah.
How's the video game coming, by the way?
it's coming. It should be alpha testing by the end of the year.
Ah! I'm not ready. But it's such a huge leap to like get into D&D and maybe DM and enjoy it, to starting your own fucking con.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
This
let's
guy's
rewind the
idea.
clock a little bit. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just gonna say, yeah.
Rewind the clock a little bit.
Okay.
Take us back to that moment that you're both obviously drunk off your ass and you thought, you know what would be an awesome idea? Let's start a con.
Handle a whiskey deep.
So, right?
Yeah.
So, actually, so my girlfriend, the same one that bought that starter set, when she was a kid, she used to work like swap meets up in like near LA and stuff like that. And I was talking to her about like all our sponsors and like my sponsors and Morgan's sponsors and stuff like that. And she was like, why don't you guys do something like that? And I was like, well, what do you mean? And then went on to it. And then like all the things that she was describing, I was like, so I was like, hey, like, you know, Evie had this idea. What do you think about this, and this? And he was like, and then like more was like, dude, that would be amazing. And then it just turned in from that, just exploded like, okay, well, what if we ran games at the same time? Okay, well then what if we, and then we started looking at all the different elements that we had, that something we wanted to do. And we were like, dude, this is a convention.
Yeah.
Wait, let's look up in the area. Are there any, like, is anyone else doing this? And then nothing. And we were like, bro.
Other than Comic-Con.
Other than like
Which
Comic-Con.
you ran games and both
Right,
of us are
Exactly.
run
Next year,
games
we're
at
both signed up for Comic-Con.
San Diego.
Yeah, and then I ran last year. And then I was like, hey, what are your thoughts on this? Like, do you think this is something we could do? And then we kind of toyed with the idea back and forth, tried to basically play devil's advocate and shoot it down from each other's perspectives and standpoints.
Yeah, mind you, like my previous job experience, sorry to cut you off.
Yeah, you're good.
My previous job experience was running, setting up, planning booths in like Europe and Vegas for trade shows and knowing
Yep.
the crazy amount of stuff that goes into it. And I'm
There
like
you go.
shooting it down, but then I'm like, yeah, it's doable. That would be sick. Like, we have enough community like game stores that
Yeah.
we have involvement with, and crafters and creators and
Yeah.
Ren Fair people that
Yep.
and authors, like
People coming from out of state even.
yeah, everybody's coming from Arizona to set up
Pennsylvania.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's go.
Across the country.
So stoked.
So
Sorry,
this
did
has
we
been
just
well
geek too hard?
received. Nope, that's what we're doing. That's what these are for.
Did we break him?
Sorry.
What's high score?
No, you can't geek too hard here. That's literally what this channel exists for.
Yes.
But just to help kind of coalesce that into a traffic pattern.
Yeah.
So you have a background in basically conventions for professionals, boring conventions, as I like to call them.
Different thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been to like school conventions. I'm like, why is no one cosplaying? This place sucks.
Get that kid off the stage.
So then what was the thing that like literally convinced you, going from, no, there'd be a lot of work, it'd be super hard, to being like, you know what? This would be awesome. Let's do it.
I think
the fact that we have each other
yeah.
to help, like
Aww.
we set up front, like we can't do this alone.
Yeah.
And we both have families, kids, like crazy life, regular jobs. So like outside of that, then planning a homebrew campaign, and then this itty bitty time we have right here.
Yeah,
that is our con time, and
that's the 30-minute time block.
So we came up with a plan. You know, we do like Monday Mystic Con
Kick-ass
meetings. Yep. And we recap on what needs to be done.
Yep, divvy out tasks that need to be handled for that week, kind of thing.
Marketing, vendor, outreach,
ticket sales,
ticket sales.
Our merch apparel store.
Yep.
So, are you guys creating your own merch, or are you having like
we
artists?
are actually. So like,
yes.
So these hats right here, you guys can see. This is our own merch. This shirt with the logo, same logo on the back. It's actually on a Streamlabs. It's through Streamlabs too.
E-commerce site.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, nice.
So we're gonna have a con exclusive shirt with all the sponsors on the back listed and vendors listed on the back.
Very nice.
Yeah, I mean pre-sales
should be going up pretty soon. Yeah, as soon as we're
early bird tickets. I mean,
different tiers available.
We're gonna. Yeah, I mean, we could go on. What questions?
Yeah. Let's pull that traffic line back in.
Yeah.
My first question is like, give us the brass tacks. When is this con? Where is this con?
So it is going to be October 20th, 2024 in Vista, California at the Vistonian.
It's right in between downtown San Diego and LA, right in the middle. So it should get maximum attendance.
Yeah,
we're hoping
not too far of a commute for either one of the people that live in the hearts of.
Yeah. And it helps that the biggest Comic-Con in the nation isn't very far, so people are used to coming out that way, or it already has built a large community surrounding that area. That's got to be perfect.
Oh yeah.
How did you decide on that location?
We actually visited a couple different locations, from breweries to warehouses to this one just fell in our lap. It was a referral from one of my players, and I didn't know it existed. It's in my hometown, Vista, where we're at right now. And it is beautiful. It's like modern meets like warehouse industrial. And it's like con vibes, beautiful. Like if you haven't seen already, it's in our feed, the Mystical Cauldron Instagram, where we just
I'm gonna pull it up.
Behind the scenes look at things, and
beautiful vaulted ceilings, like, open space.
It spoke to us in different ways.
Oh yeah.
Where like parking on Sundays is free. Like it's beautiful, like close to downtown Vista.
Yeah.
It's like easy to come to.
It's like we viewed a few other places and we were both like, I don't know. And then we saw this place. It was like literally like a glowing neon sign was like, oh, here, check this out. Here, this. There it is. It just, there she is.
Yep. Look at that inside. It's just like the open beam ceilings and then like clean concrete floor, but the modern wall vibes.
Yeah, this is gonna be beautiful. How many people can you fit within this venue at once?
At 5 million.
Wow!
I think it's 400 people at one time.
Yeah, that's indoors and outdoor space as well, connected to it, where we have a stage for bands, which we already have 2 bands booked. So this is
live bands going on at the exact.
Are we gonna get like some bard rock? Or bardcore?
Kinda, actually,
One of the players, his player, is the bassist.
Yeah, the bassist.
Yeah.
So the band The Reckless is gonna be playing there.
Yeah.
He's one of my players from my first campaign. He's the bassist for that band.
That's showing the VIP speakeasy style room we just did shoots at. Oh, that's where the celebrities are gonna be for our speaking, and panelists are gonna.
Oh, we have celebrities?
We can't say who, because we're waiting for official confirmation, but we've heard through the grapevine that we have our first like celebrity.
Yeah.
Like it's insane.
It's crazy.
It's insane.
Can you give us a hint?
No, I mean they've been in the D&D scene a long time.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they're a movie star, TV show.
Yeah, I think that's a
star.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm trying to book my ticket right now.
We want to
like I've never been out that way.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
I would love to. And plus, what a great excuse to meet you guys in person, which I've wanted to do, at least with Morgan. Chris, this is my first time meeting you, but already I can't wait to meet you.
I want to meet you now too.
Heck yeah.
But I've loved Morgan a long time.
Yeah.
Everybody who's come in contact with him loves him.
Oh,
He's just a great
absolutely.
guy. And
Uh,
I
thank
want
you.
to get drunk with Morgan. That's my goal in life.
That would be amazing.
That's what every Thursday night that when we as he's DMing for us, that's I think at least 4 of our goals
They
is just to
literally
get
feed me drinks. They literally feed me drinks to get me drunk so that I don't make like concrete calls.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like, oh, you bastards.
He's like, all right, I want a rum and Coke, and like it's like it's like 99% rum, and then we just like open the Coke bottle and just waft a little bit of vapors into it, hand it over to him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
100%.
that's what you get. There's your rum and Coke.
Yep. I don't remember half
Nope.
the session. I have to
Great.
ask for videos. You know?
All right.
Oh, good thing you
last
do.
Time?
Yeah, right?
But they say it was great.
Yeah,
So
fantastic.
Your recaps the next week are, well, last time we I don't know. We got
we
here
did
somehow.
some stuff. We did things.
we did things. We traveled. Yes.
We played D&D.
Speaking of which, we are going to have 3 tables at the con.
We are.
We're going to have a tier 1 table going off throughout the whole day.
Mm-hmm.
2-hour modules or homebrews, whatever it may be.
Yep.
Tier 1, tier 2, and then a VIP room with elite DMs running.
Mhm.
If people get VIP tickets. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. So people can
Yeah.
just show up and like join that table right then, or is it going to be like you reserve the table for
We
your
reserve
friends?
it we're going to try to reserve it out, but
Yeah.
obviously we want people to jump in if they want to jump in.
Yeah.
So
I think we're looking at having it be like the within the ticket packages. In order to buy a seat to one of the games,
yeah.
it's going to be one of the tiered ticket packages, and then once you buy that ticket, we'll let you know, hey, this is your game slot at this table.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
What a cool way to like meet people.
Right?
Yes. Yeah. That's the goal, like bringing the community together.
Everybody, yeah.
To see the people that have rallied behind us and like coming to support us. We have 20 of our 30 vendor booked. Like it's epic, dude. It's going to be amazing.
Yeah.
And it's only one day?
One day, yeah, this year. Next year I think we're gonna this being like a trial run and trying to figure out like what we're getting ourselves into.
Yeah.
And like getting our feet wet, deciding if it's like something we want to continue forward doing next year, possibly doing it as a 2-day.
Yeah. Gather the data and honestly, this venue typically goes for like $18,000 for a day, and we were able to get a huge discount, which was another Bardic inspiration.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Nice.
But like it was phenomenal to get it to the price that it's at and to work out a deal with them, and our goal was to have the vendors be able to help cover that cost.
Mm-hmm.
So doing deposits up front with vendors, and it goes on your question of like what made you think you can do this or why do you do this, and that really helped like out of pocket wise
when we started doing like that cost analysis of like, okay, are we gonna be under so much kind of thing, or like how monetarily financially feasible is this? And as soon as we like sat down one day and like pulled up a couple sheets and listed out all these things, and then when we did and we looked at it, and we were both like, holy shit, we can do this.
Yeah it was awesome.
How long ago was that moment?
Oh,
we've only known each other like 6 months.
Yeah a little bit longer.
A little bit longer now.
And then I think 6 months ago, we've been working on
6 months.
And now we're 6 months out from the con.
Yeah.
So essentially like a year working on this con, which what it will be.
Exactly.
But 6 months so far.
If I could accomplish what you guys could accomplish in 6 months, it feels like everything that you guys touch is like just speed run. Like, yeah, let's do something. Boom. It's like hugely success. You've got a book deal. You've got a video game deal. You've got a movie deal.
No movie yet.
Oh, okay. Not yet. Not yet.
Talk with our celebrities.
It's coming.
Make it happen. But
what's the ticket price going to be like?
Ooh. So we're thinking like, I'm not sure if it's going to be early bird access or not, but
I think we're looking at initial, like the base entry level ticket, $25, and then scaling up from that based off of if you want additional drink tokens, if you want a shirt included, if you want a game spot, if you want VIP access, if you want like meet and greets with the celebrities, or if you want what was it? There's another one. I don't think that was pretty much
Yeah,
it.
because the bands are included.
Yeah, the bands are included. The
And
vendor spots are
the
included.
speaking and the panels are will
Yep.
be included. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like New Crit said, that's not bad at all. That's
Yeah.
I dropped that waking up in the morning.
We want to be in the first one too, right?
Yeah.
Like we want it to be appetizing for everybody.
Yeah.
We figure if somebody's coming in with two people, we're gonna have beer and wine there.
Yep.
Fresh flowing on tap. So buy drinks and a couple items from the crafters and vendors.
Yeah, actually, the cool little like
$100 for a day.
Yeah, $100 for a day for you and a friend or kind of thing is a average spend, and that's what we wanted to do. Is as we were looking at like all of these things, both Morgan and I, not being multi-billionaires ourselves, we're like, okay, like if we I'm trying, but if we were like, all right, what would we be okay with spending on a afternoon for a day's event kind of thing at a minimum? And we were like, okay, if we took our significant other out somewhere, like $100 for the day would be a relatively good spend, right? And so that's where we tried to base it off of, to make sure that like as many people that want to be involved can be.
Yeah.
Like just to be able to spread the love and the support that this community has brought us and kind of give it back in a way that, hey, these are all people that, we vouch for, we know, we trust, that we support us.
Yeah.
And then being able to take that and then just give that level of exposure and kind of gratitude back to all these other people in a way that, hey, now we've got, like, we looked at our target audience with just through sponsors and stuff, and it was what was the number on like our estimated reaches?
Oh, the followers?
Yeah.
Just on Instagram it was like 160,000.
Yeah.
That wasn't including any of the celebrity influencers. So then you figure marketing general rule of thumb is 10% of that are going to see posts and engagement about it, and then 10% of that are going to be actually local and willing to attend. So 1,600
people
roughly without the influencer celebrity posting about it. So that's what we're hoping for.
Yeah. And honestly, like we've talked about it, like with how we did our business model and the plan out and everything, honestly, if like 10 people show up, like we're still going to have fun with it. Like we're still going to have a good time. And it's something that it's our baby. We created it. And just to know that, hey, we were able to do this. We were able to pull this all together and bring in this like amazing, loving, supportive space for all these crafters and writers and artisans and dice goblins to like show off their craft and their work.
Yeah. It's going to be epic.
That's why I think that you've hit the nail on the head on why things that you guys do are successful, and why I'm positive that this will be successful is because you are doing it the right way and you're doing it for the right reasons. Like, I love that you're just coming from the heart. You want to connect people, and you're consciously thinking about the consumer, like how to make their experience best and make it affordable. And you're like thinking of it like a business. You're not just like haphazardly making crazy decisions. You're like looking at the numbers. You're looking at the data as marketers, as business people. And like already I'm like, oh, this is going to be great. And it's going to grow and grow and grow. It's going to compete against SDCC someday, I'm sure.
I pray so.
That would be cool.
Awesome.
That'd be super cool.
And I've heard of nightmare stories about cons starting to just monopolize for money, like just like cheap and easy, and like market. I haven't been to see. I live in San Diego, and it's taken me 6 years to try to get into a raffle to buy a ticket, and I still have not gotten a ticket to get in. So
is it that hard to get in?
Is dungeon mastering the freaking thing?
Oh yeah. So like,
give me tickets.
Yeah, only reason I got to go, and this is before I met Morgan, is I got invited to run games at Comic-Con last year, and then like was talking to Morgan about it, and I was like, dude, do you want to go like this year? And he was like, absolutely. So I reached out to my point of contact, and I was like, hey, I've got a buddy, great, amazing, like DM. He wants to run games. Can I send him your info? And like linked him up, and like, so how long you lived here in Southern California now?
Oh, just 35 years.
Just 35 years there. So first time in 35 years, you're going to be going to Comic-Con 24?
That's right.
Yep.
Hot diggity duck. So we didn't want that for everybody else. People going accessible and easy, and
exactly.
We have enough space to hold as many people as we possibly can. So.
And more, like with that whole back lot. And then we were just talking about like, hey, so what are the things that we enjoy most, and what are the things that we have the right networking capabilities to bring in, and we're like, okay, cool, like let's how about a band? How about we have live stream, like live, how about we live stream actual play games? How about we have panels? How about we, try to reach out and get celebrity guests to show up, kind of thing? And then it was just like boom, 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 boom.
Working our contacts.
Yeah.
Like, we have a painting sponsor.
Yeah.
Who's going to do like a painting seminar.
Yep.
We have a crafting.
Yeah, she's gonna do one of the DMs.
Yeah.
She's gonna do a Dollar Tree DM. She's super amazing. She's gonna be one of the DMs that's running games too. She's gonna do a terrain building like panel seminar kind of workshop sort of thing on how to build D&D terrain from the dollar store.
Yeah.
And she makes amazing stuff. So it's like all these people that we know, that we love, that we appreciate, being able to bring them all in a place and be like, hey, like these are people that we like we hope you like them too.
No, that's I want to comment. As I'm thinking about the date, I'm like, oh shit, I think I have to work. I think there's a theater thing that day, and I'm gonna be so disappointed.
No.
If I can't, I think I might just fake my death so that I can come out there.
That's the day you gotta buy the cat, so you can't come to work.
I can't
We talked about that.
I gotta buy the
You've already got an appointment. Yeah.
I got a book. I asked it off already.
Yeah, same.
Alec, I heard Alex coming out.
Nice.
Gotta give
Well,
him a
Alex gonna be moving out closer that way, so he's good. It sounds like I got a place to stay if I come out there.
There you go. Exactly.
Done.
No, but you touched on a good point. Based on like past cons and stuff that you guys have gone to, what are some things based on your past experience that have helped shape what you want Mystic Con to be?
I think one of my, like, I haven't been to a whole lot, but like seeing one, okay, so hit and miss on this one, having been to a few different ones, like, and some smaller ones and some bigger ones, one of the things that him and I talked about was in like what we want the theme and the feel to be like. Whereas opposed to, I've been to different conventions and it almost feels like scattered. Like, okay, this is, this fits the theme of the convention, but this one does, but this, like, and you go through and like, you look at these vendors, you're like, why are you here? Like, not in a rude way, but it's like, you don't necessarily match the theme of the entire thing.
Right.
So that was,
you just needed a vendor booth to fit.
Right. And that's what one of the constraints and things we outlined at the very beginning, where we're like, hey, like, okay, how many vendor spots do we want? We want, X percentage of them to be directly TTRPG related. And then the remaining percentage, we want it to be adjacent so that it feels like an entire theme. We want, like, both him and I, like, love and focus on immersion-based techniques for D&D. And
clearly,
one of the things about this is that, like, we want to be able to extend our, like, passion for that into whatever that we do. So extending that into a convention that we're doing and making sure that everything matches and everything fits together and it feels like a cohesive thing is something that's super important. I think we're both pretty passionate about.
Yeah.
And yeah, go ahead.
No, and in regards to mine, piggybacking off of that, the immersion factor, right? I've been to cons and it's all business and it's all sell.
Yeah.
People are approaching on the trade show floor and it's like, come on, guys. Like, we are here to have fun. We are gamers. We are geeks. We are, and so I've loved, and the Del Mar Fairgrounds did a phenomenal job at this. This was a racetrack, but like for an event, what they did was, a speakeasy type thing, and they were starting to do like Instagram little like nudges on it. And so we came up with this idea to do like a scavenger hunt and have vendors be sectioned off into like Thieves Guild, Hunters Guild.
Oh,
like,
cool.
Like, yeah. And so like they need to visit different guilds, which incorporates everybody into all the different booths, and then they give out hints and stuff, and if they get through it, they can get access, and they say a secret word, to this speakeasy style door that opens up out of the wall, and they can get a walkthrough where the celebrities are, where the VIPs are, and they maybe like a goodie bag or something like that. So, but making it like everyone there be immersed into
like
something,
a game,
not separated.
It's a little side quest.
Where are you on this version? Are you on this? Did you answer that question? Oh, go see these guys. Like, it makes it a side quest.
Yeah, exactly.
100%. Yeah.
No, and forgive me if I sound like I'm shitting on smaller cons here. because I don't mean to at all, but in this day and age of technology, if we want to connect with people that like D&D or whatever, there are thousands and countless ways to do that. We don't need a con like we needed a con in that same way back in the day when cons were becoming more popular. So I feel like I assume that you guys feel that cons should be an experience unlike what you can get elsewhere. And sometimes, like, again, my local con, it's newer, it's a few years old, and I go to support it because I want to help it keep getting bigger and bigger. But sometimes these smaller cons, they feel like it was just business related, and I don't think they had the imagination and the creativity that you guys are bringing to it. And you like walk into this large warehouse and you're like cosplaying and you're one of 10 and you're like, wow, I feel like a loser at this con because I don't feel like I'm walking into an immersive experience that is like on par with what in my mind what geeking out is. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm so excited for Mystic Con, because I know that like your fucking garage there, it's immersive. Like everything that you guys do is immersive. And so I know that, like, even you mentioned that Nerdiest Maximus is going to be having atmospheric music throughout.
Yeah.
I'm like, already that would upscale my con experience tenfold. If there was thematic music that just like baptizes me in this TTRPG experience from the moment I walk in. Honestly, that's what I want to feel.
Well, and that's one of the things is both Morgan and I are like, we try to pay attention to the littlest minute of details, because to us that's what carries everything through. And you hit a nail on a head a second ago, and not trying to brag or boast or anything like that, but Morgan and I literally, when we come up with these ideas, we will go back and forth between text or call like 15, 20, 30 times to get the smallest of the minute details correct, to the point where, like, something you said before is like, it's an experience, right? If you look on the video that we posted, the reason, like, the fact that we put in the TTRPG experience was like very carefully crafted, back and forth, probably for a good half an hour of like, hey, if we put this, we want to mean it.
Absolutely.
And when you look at like the people that are doing it on a massive scale, like I always go back to Disney. Well, if you go to Disney World or Disneyland and closer to your end of the world, like it's those minute details. Like you find the Mickey heads. Like they didn't have to think of those things, but they are little things that when someone sees it, they're going to freak out and they're not going to forget it. And so if on day one, year one, you are already thinking about those things, I literally cannot fathom what this is going to grow to.
Dude, I mean, we have a dragon spitting smoke at the entrance. We're so amped. I'm so excited.
Dude, the side has the different guilds, all of it.
We're gonna have cosplay competitions with prizes. We're gonna have giveaways on the hour.
We have raffles and giveaways every hour on the hour, with a grand prize at the end of the night
from sponsors. Anybody who's across state who can't make it, who wants to showcase their business, TTRPG business, we have a sponsor proposal for them to put their logo on different graphics throughout the con. Like, trying to think to include everybody.
As
much
however we can.
And immerse them.
What about like video panel guests?
Ooh.
Wink, wink.
Like a 4 geeks.
Well, that would work, except you're going to be there. So who else?
Oh, that's true. That's true.
I mean,
we've got several co-hosts.
We'll set up mics and
we could broadcast your empty studio, and then you could stand in person in front of your studio.
There you go.
Oh, there you go.
There you go.
I got you. Really quick to go back to what Crits was saying. New Crits. Ren fairs, 100%. I grew up going to Ren fairs. The immersive factor, like,
get you.
Are all the booths, everybody. Exactly. That's how they're born. So like the jousting, like having different things going off throughout the day. We have an event program that will be going off. People can watch the games, D&D games going off.
Different band setups. We're looking at right now, and this is kind of tentative, so don't hold us to it. We're looking at cutting down the slot times for the bands to be able to allow more bands to come into play, because we've had like people be like, hey, I wanna be involved. How can we do this? How can I get my band in there?
Yeah.
And so it's like making sure that we balance it out all right, so that way all these people that are showing this love and this support can do so. We've got, you know, vendors and sponsors and different proposals and agreements for people across the country, and like trying to include as many people that want to be a part of it, just because it's like, if we recognize it's something that we're putting our, you know, our heart and soul into, and like we would love people to be as involved as they can or want to be.
Yeah.
Yeah,
100%.
off stream, we're going to talk about the ways that we can help support from a distance, or other ways that we can support from a distance, because I'm going to be keeping tabs on every step of the way, and any chance I can, any new thing, I'm going to be posting it, helping you guys boost this up, because
Thank you, man.
like, if
I miss
anybody
talking.
deserves this, it's you. And if anybody's going to do it right, it's you. And that's why you deserve it.
Thank you.
Appreciate that.
Appreciate it, man. Yeah. We're just humbled by like the community that's rallied behind it, and all the people that want to be a part of it.
Yeah,
So,
I think when we finish a stream or like post something, and like both of us monitor the mystical cauldron chat on Instagram, and like when someone reaches out to us, both of us are just like, dude, like, oh my God, like, holy cow, this is such an amazing feeling, that like having these people like being like yourself, like, hey, I want to support, like, you guys are, it's just such an amazing feeling to feel so supported in this space.
And again, I've said it on Morgan's Geek Out Sesh, that's what I truly love about this TTRPG space, is that it's so chock full of people that just want to keep supporting each other. And even in a different way than what I've seen in other geek fandom spaces. It feels like there's such a special love and connection, because we all know what sitting around a table, geeking out, playing a game, what that feels like. And so to know when any person is trying to expand it to a larger scale to include more people, why wouldn't we want to support it? It's like less of a competitive space too than like maybe even cosplay is nowadays. There's less of gatekeeping happening now more and more, at least from what I've seen, and I'm all for it.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. We're excited. We will definitely keep you posted on everything. We'll find a way to smuggle you out here. It'll happen.
Please, honestly, if you could just kidnap me, like straight up come to my place, or you know, you'll be busy, so send somebody to come to my place, throw a gag in my mouth, I'll sign a waiver, whatever needs to happen. Get me out there.
No, I'm being kidnapped.
Dang it. I already got a place to stay, Alex says. Suppose you can stay at my place, we can drive down or something.
Yes, it does. I love it.
I will never have more FOMO.
The bag.
Don't wash it. If that's what it takes, I don't care. I like potatoes.
Disclaimer: nobody was harmed in this moment.
He signed a waiver. I don't know what to tell you.
He's just sleeping in the car.
So just in the conversation of like creating a convention, like what has been the most rewarding step? What has been the most challenging step? Give us a peek behind the curtain for those, so we can greater appreciate the lengths and depths that you guys have gone.
Yeah, the most rewarding, I would say, is seeing it in person, to like live it, like seeing the venue and then picturing in our minds of like the day of and how epic it's going to be, and like the space, and that would be I would say the most rewarding.
No, definitely. Like, I think both, I think there was a moment, right? So when Morgan and I locked in the vendor, Morgan had found these amazing lanterns on some site, right? And then we were like driving down, and the lady was supposed to meet us like 100 yards down the road from where the vendor was at. We had set up like, hey, we're doing something at this time. Can we meet you at this time, right? And so we rode together, or we drove separately, whatever it is, down the road. And as we're like hyped and talking about it, we see all these signs, and because we had been talking about like, okay, where are people going to park? How's this going to work? And like we had said earlier, we're walking down and we see all these signs, and it was like, parking, no pay for parking on Sunday, and like parking, like all, and it was just like one thing after the another,
Yeah.
and it hit both of us at the same time, and we're like, there were all these things that were pointing to everything
Yeah.
being and just lining up perfectly.
The
And
bank next door being closed on Sunday, so the parking was available there.
Exactly. And it was just like all these amazing things. And I think we both looked at each other, we're like, dude, this is it.
Yeah.
And then like him and I both constantly will be like something will happen and we'll like text back and forth and be like, oh my gosh, it's happening. This is happening.
It's actually happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so it's just been such an amazing like process so far. And
yeah.
And then to your other part, like as far as like challenges, I don't know, like it's all been pretty mitigatable. All the things that we've ran into have been able to be when we both when like our intro was like when two dungeon masters collide. It's like if there's a problem that one of the other faces, I think one of the biggest struggles that we've had is making sure and managing everything outside of the convention while also giving this convention its due diligence.
Yeah.
And then,
Right.
but it's like being such a cohesive, like an understanding that about each other.
Yeah.
And it's like, hey, I got to spend time with family this week. And then it's just, but like without words even being said, because like, cool, got it. I'll pick it up this week.
Yeah.
You can only put in 30. Cool. I got 70. We'll flip it back later on.
Yeah.
And so like it just being able to feed off of each other and understand that has prevented a huge like pitfall or like loss of momentum almost.
Yeah. Yeah. I would say to go off of that, the marketing has been the toughest because we want to still push our own individual stuff and then making sure we market this effectively. Like we have a marketing campaign for the most part in place, being 6 months out. We're getting the ticket sales up and running. We got the promo filmed. To push that, we're going to do an outreach for any vendors. But I would say the most difficult is nailing down the celebrities.
Yeah.
And influencers for our speakers. And then, the marketing aspect of it, making sure it's effectively showcased to the ability we want to showcase it at, like that immersive factor. And we're not professional videographers, so we brought somebody in, thankfully, through one of my players, and it's going to be epic, dude. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah,
I'm excited.
Super can't wait.
I'm literally, my FOMO is kicking off, and it's not even, we're still 6 months out.
I mean, I leaned off, and I was already setting up, people to come kidnap you. Should I call them off, or like, what's going on here?
No, keep it going. Keep it going.
Keep it going. You're good, guys. Yeah, we're still on.
Yeah, go get him. Go get him.
There, take both thumbs.
Oh man, yeah.
But no, you hit the nail on the head with that is such an important thing. Like how many cons and how many great endeavors have fallen to pieces because the leaders behind it, like they get all about the wrong thing or they get too focused on the wrong thing or themselves. But that's not you. Like you guys are working well together. You are a great team. And just like anything, like it takes so many people to put any successful endeavor together. And I love that you found each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Same. Totally meant to be, man.
Absolutely.
Same game style, play style at the table.
Oh, yeah.
How did you guys meet?
Instagram.
Yeah.
I think we started following each other, and then it was like we did similar things, and then it was like he posted something, and I was like, dude, you're in Vista? And I was like, he was like, yeah. I was like, I'm in Santee. I was like, I need to make it up to your table one time.
Yeah.
And then it just kind of kicked off and like rolled from there.
Yeah. Tender. No, Alex. That is not where pawns are born, Alex. No.
That app's called Dinder. D-N-D-E-R.
Feetfinder.
Oh my God.
Is my usual...
Did we just create a new app called Dinder? Like meeting people at your table?
Dimder?
Done.
Okay, we're gonna workshop that next, but I get part of this.
Yeah.
And we're gonna workshop the three of us.
Funny enough about that D&D Tinder right there in the comments.
Yeah.
My buddy is actually working on a program right now that should be in beta in the next like 6 to 8 months. And he's having like me test run it, and like I said, still super early in beta, but it is like a D&D find a match kind of like find a table in your area.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, send them my way. We'll get on the channel. We'll talk about it.
Definitely.
Because
Nice.
there's somebody else that's doing something like that, and I've tried to message them and they haven't gotten back to me. So I want to support the one that gets back to me,
They're
not
lost.
that guy. Yeah, they're lost. Do you see? You come on a Geek Out session, guys, and look what happens. You open a fucking con. So this pretty much is a catalyst for all successful content creators.
I mean, I agree.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true.
We call it a gateway.
Game?
I am your
Yeah.
gateway drug.
Yeah. Okay. All right. We can say it. Yeah. You're a
I'll be
gateway
your
drug.
cigarette,
That's
and you be the cocaine.
It's
you know, it is what it
it's
is.
the stash.
And the chop.
Is it?
And the chops.
Is it? What do you, should I keep it? My wife doesn't love it, but I bet if I keep it long enough, it might grow on her.
There you go.
Yeah, maybe, or
You gotta curl it up.
you know,
Curl it up.
It-
Yeah.
It doesn't grow that long.
no. How long's it been
No.
going now?
Weeks.
Weeks.
It doesn't-
Oh, that's pretty good
it-
for weeks, though.
It
Just
stops. It gets to a certain
Oh.
point and stops.
Oh,
I can't get a
Yeah.
beard like this. It gets like here and scraggly, and then
no,
gives up.
man.
which
Oh,
really
man.
is who I am as a person.
Love it. I love it.
Can you guys just geek out about each other for a hot second? Like, Morgan, what is it like, and what are the best things about working with Chris?
Yeah. Dude wears his heart on his sleeve, and because we've become friends, close friends, and
Oh,
so
that's nice. That's a
we
plus.
know, like, we've chatted about stuff outside of D&D
Mhm.
and like supported each other through, like, each of us go through hard times or like have advice, and it's been amazing. And his like giving heart of like, he has a 3D printer, and he's like constantly bringing me up like these like minis, like painted stuff, like helping out with stuff, gifts. So I think like I had you up as a celebrity guest, not
Yeah.
even full-fledged player yet, and you brought, what was it, Christmas time, like
Yeah.
Christmas present, I
Yeah.
think? And it was like condition rings. I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, this is amazing. Thank you so much. So definitely awesome working with him.
Thanks,
Great guy.
man. Appreciate that.
Great. So your favorite thing about Chris is he gives you shit. Chris, what's your favorite thing about Morgan?
He like, so, and like you'd hit it on that, like you talked about it earlier, seeing the way that Morgan pours himself into not only D&D but the everything that he does. The guy
Everything.
doesn't do a single thing half-assed. He's literally like full tilt, 100 miles an hour on every single thing, and that like conviction that he has as a person, as a friend, as a DM, extends into just who he is, and it's admirable. Like, I look up to you for so many things, dude. Like, there are so many things that you constantly do, and I'm sitting in the back of my mind, I'm like, all right, like, I got to keep up because I can't let you down.
Thanks, man.
And can I say it's inspiring? Like, even today,
I'm not
like right
trying.
now,
You're trying.
Aw. like lately, I've been kind of in a slump a little bit about the channel. Like, I
Mhm.
get really kind of overwhelmed with work, and when I get overwhelmed with work, the channel suffers. And I think back to
Mhm.
the time when 4Geeks by Geeks first started, and I was so excited, and like any spare moment I had, I would put towards it. And when I hang out with you guys and Morgan more in the past, like I feel that same flame, because like your flame sparks something in people that just come in contact with you. Like, you get me excited to go do more. And then Chris, right now, I'm like, shit, I want to do more for people. I want to be a gifter. Because
Yeah.
that's really like, that's just what this community deserves, and what it needs is people just looking out for each other. And I can't wait for those connections to be forged at Mystic Con.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's gonna happen.
Like, can you imagine
Absolutely.
in 5 years, people are like, how'd you meet? Oh, we met at Mystic Con. And like,
Yeah.
Mystic Con is the place to be.
That'd be sick. We talk about that all the time. We're like,
Yeah.
we try not to put the cart in front of the horse.
Right.
We're like, dude, 10 years from now,
Yeah.
like, what if this? What if this? What if this?
Yeah.
And we're like, yeah, okay, all right, but yeah, and we both reel each other back in.
Yeah. We're like, if we get this celebrity, they play with these guys that play in Critical Role, and like, oh my gosh, like then they can come all hang out like at Mysticon. Like, are you kidding me?
Yeah,
Be next level, just like to have fun.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's
No.
just like basically, we
What
just
you
want
just
it to be a
said right there.
hangout.
Yeah. That's why I know it's going to be great, because right there, what you just said, to have fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like, this
Yeah.
whole, it's a fucking game, and we
Yeah.
do it to have fun. And
Yeah.
let's fun together. You didn't say to make money, to blow up my channel, to have fun.
Yeah.
That's why.
Yeah,
And really, for you guys, there's no such thing as putting a cart before the horse when it comes to you, because like you've proven the cart could be like down the road and the horse will catch up, because you know how to steer the cart. You know what I mean? Like you've proven it within yourselves. Like everything, like Heroes of Evermore started as a fun game you were playing, and now it's a book, and it's soon to be a video game, and it's soon to be an audiobook, and eventually going to be a movie, and I can't wait to be front row. I just know it.
Yeah. You got it. Okay, I'll give out D20s.
I know it.
Yeah.
I'm so proud for you guys.
Aw, thanks, man.
Thanks, bro. Appreciate it.
Please, if you're watching this back or here live in the Twitch chat, the captions or the links are below, and we're gonna keep pumping out updates. So please follow Mystic Cauldron and the Forever DM and Heroes of Evermore, and you're gonna get all the updates on this con as well as all of their content and their channels. Because if they can do a con this well, imagine what they're doing already well, and you should go support it.
Oh,
yeah,
appreciate that,
man.
Yeah,
appreciate it. And to go back to one of the comments, Mystic Con was generated, the name of it, off of the Mystical M for Morgan and
the Cauldron C for Chris.
Hey,
Aww.
Mystic Cauldron, yeah.
Yep, it's Morgan and Chris.
Yep,
that's the cringiest, cutest thing I've ever heard today.
How do we get it? We can get it. Get it.
It'll work. Hold it still. It'll work. There it goes. There it goes. I think you can maybe just do one at a time. Wait, put your hands down, Chris. Wait. Oh, there it went. There it went. For the podcast listeners, we are playing with the emoticon thing that go with your gestures. That Talk Studio, where we're running this, we're not sponsored, but try Talk Studio. It's great. They implemented, didn't tell anybody, and give you no guides for. Don't try to Google it. You can't find it. And you can't turn it off. Wait, there's if you do 2 thumbs.
There it is. Oh,
look
at that.
Fireworks.
And there's another one that gets confetti, but I can't remember what it is.
You can spend hours on this just doing that.
I love it. Yes.
I can't remember what it is.
You go to your don't tell me how to live my life. Don't turn your reaction settings off.
That's right.
It's not in there, Alec. So realistically, when will tickets be on sale?
So we're working through a few. We went through like 5 or 6 different sites and just another thing we're looking at, like how to manage the price of the sites and make sure which ones had the ability to set the prices and be able to keep them lower at the price that we wanted, so that way we can maintain that manageable price for everyone else. And I think we ended up going with tabletop. What's it called? It's tabletop.events.com.
Yeah.
So it's on there. It's not active yet because we're still working out the page on behind it. But we are hoping. What is today?
They look like very
exactly
easy, customer forward, very friendly, interface friendly.
Yeah, interface friendly.
Yeah.
Within a couple weeks, though, is when we're having to be able to have all the kinks worked out of that and launch for ticket purchasing for early bird specials.
Early bird pricing.
Pricing.
Yeah. Exactly.
Okay, so a couple weeks. Will you be sure to let me know, like the day they go on sale?
Absolutely.
And
for sure.
We will blast that link all over everywhere that we can. And then if you're watching this back on YouTube or podcast, we'll come back here and we'll update the link and we'll add that to the caption. So that if you're watching, and I'll put at the top, if you're watching after this date, check the links below. Because I want anybody that wants to, even has a thought about coming, I want them to be able to come.
And that's one of the reasons is all the we understand that. I mean, it's not Warhammer 40K, but it's almost as expensive. So we want everybody that if you got it's not going to be super expensive. Come hang out, come have fun, come meet some awesome, amazing creators and crafters and people in this community, and just come, like I said, come hang out.
Yeah.
So let's say I can't attend the actual event, but I can book a flight for the day after. Will you guys be tearing down, and then we can still hang out and hear all the great stories?
we'll make it work.
We'll make some work.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what we do. We make everything work. We try to make
course
as
you
many
do.
things possible as work.
The after party brunch, of course.
You guys will be like tired as shit, and I'll be like raring to go. Like, let's go.
Still
Let's
drunk.
talk about it.
Probably still drunk. Let's be honest.
Good for you.
It's gonna be we're so excited. We'll keep you posted on everything.
Yeah.
I've never been so excited for a con, and I get really excited for C2E2 because it's like the great people that I get to see that I never get to see, and like it's you West Coasters. Like you're my next mountain to climb.
Nice.
You're my Mount Everest, because all of you out there I haven't got to meet, but there's so many of you, like new crits, like apparently Alec, because moving out there, though I've met Alec, like you and Chris, that I just want to come and hang with. Like that's the point. That's the whole reason I started this channel. Meeting amazing people and then meet them in real life. That's my goals.
You can climb our mountain and then we will spark your fire when you're here.
Oh, don't tell my wife.
I'm Dinder.
Literally, if you guys see Dinder pop up and it's not us, someone stole it.
Yeah,
stole it.
100%.
We're working on the copyright right off to the side right here, right now.
Exactly.
So,
okay, so speaking of cart before the horse, let's put that cart like 5-10 years in advance, because I know you guys are future thinkers. You're constantly thinking about how to make this con the best possible, but not like, I know you're always thinking, what's the next thing? What's the dream of Mystic Con in like 5 to 10 years? What's it look like?
I would say like 5 to 10 years, it would be such an amazing thing to like have venues reaching out to us, to like wanting us to host it in their space, to be big enough that people from like around the world are traveling in, like the notoriety and level of things that Comic-Con has, to be able to have that outreach and for people to understand and know that this is such a awesome, amazing, inviting experience that like people want to come from all around the world and like just join in for a weekend kind of thing would be blow my mind. Like anytime I'm on like Instagram and I get a new like benchmark of like 50 new 600 followers, like my mind's blown. So be able to take that and expand it to be able to be like, hey, have all these people from around the world to be engaged and want to be a part of something that we both have a passion for.
Yeah,
that would be amazing. But at the same time, like I think Morgan and I both would love to see it blow up, but also like if it doesn't, we want to keep doing it because it's like it's just something that we enjoy doing for the community, for the space.
But you know what the crazy thing is like I really think it can. Like we don't have, it's great to have that low expectation, but like can you think of a con that's like gonna have a dragon, gonna have a speakeasy scavenger hunt that you can get access to VIPs, like bands playing, like it's gonna be this, I feel like it's something that is going to, I pray that it spreads like wildfire in regards to like, it's not your basic con. Like there are games popping off. There is this immersive element that no one else is doing right now. And
raffles.
Yes. I'm just so stoked. Like we can't wait to see what it can become. And I feel like it could.
I think so too.
That would be the goal. Yeah.
Like I think it's safe to say that the three of us are pretty plugged into the TTRPG space at this point. And I like you said, I've never heard of a specifically TTRPG con. There's Gen Con, which I'm lucky enough to have here in my home state, and that's for gaming, for board games in general. It's amazing, but TTRPGs are just one part of that. I don't know of another specifically TTRPG con, but the audience is vast.
Huge.
It's huge.
Yeah. Like just the game stores that are local here that are running games like Battle Mage Brewing.
Yeah, Battle Mage, Barley and Sword runs games. We've got our other local game stores like At Ease and Off the Shelf. Like, but they're like
these spots.
Yeah.
Just like are gonna come together.
Exactly. And like I think all of the people that we just listed off that we know of run games are already vendors at the convention to like pull everything in, pull everyone in.
Their players, everybody, all their DMs, like have fun, man. Oh,
that's it. Yeah,
it's gonna be good.
It's all those micro experiences that you're getting at your friendly local game stores and putting them into one, at this point, smaller
One cauldron.
cauldron.
Yeah. What? Yeah.
But that cauldron is going to grow and grow and bubble and double bubble, toil and trouble.
You did it. You said it.
I said it.
Yeah,
It's going to be
I should've done.
amazing.
Well, if you look, that's the logo. That's why the smoke is coming out of it with the dice in it.
Yep. Just, yeah. I can't say anything.
So-
I know, right? There's so
I'm
many.
just like amped, and
I know.
I
I'm
don't even know what
so
else to say
amped.
about it. Like, just,
And so right now, if people want updates, the best place is on Instagram at the Mystic Cauldron, correct?
Yep.
yes,
Correct.
Links
Post
below,
everything
or
that-
use Command Mystic.
Yeah.
Will there eventually be a website for the con?
So that's another thing we're working at the same time. We're working up the ticket sales sites. We have both of them. They're just not public because we're trying to iron out all the details
Yeah.
on them right now.
Yeah. And
Okay.
then the website,
Mhm.
the tie-in.
But as soon as those are live, they're going to be live for all of you watching or listening. And if you're not sure where to go, come to 4 Geeks by Geeks, and we will point you in the right direction, and we'll get you connected. Because this is something I'm so excited for, because I love these guys. Chris, we just met, but I already love you. Because
I love
if
you,
Morgan
man.
loves you, then
Yeah.
I must love you.
I love you too, buddy.
Yeah.
It's so I feel it. I literally feel it. There's something big coming, and I know it's going to be awesome. It's in the right
so
hands.
Excited about it.
It's gonna be nice. It's gonna be great.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
But can we kind of pivot gears just a little bit towards the end of the stream?
Yeah.
Because we've gushed a lot about the con, and we're all excited. And if you're not excited, then watch from the beginning. Get excited.
Yeah,
Stop
yeah.
whatever you're doing. Listen to it fresh.
If you're, rewind it, watch it again.
Yeah.
Turn up the Nerdiest Maximus music that's currently playing in the background a
There
little
you
bit
go.
louder, so that you
Yeah.
can feel immersed. But you guys are D&D players. You're DMs. You love the TTRPGs, and I've never sat at your tables. I've never actually got to play with you, so I would love to know kind of what it's like to play D&D with you. And so, in order to get an idea, we're going to play a little game called D&D with me is like.
I like it. Let's do it.
I'm naked.
This is a
Get
spin on.
my DM brain on here. Let's.
Oh. Dun, 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 dun. That was the beginning of the Pokemon theme song. If you didn't catch it, and sing it very well.
I did.
But this is a little spin on a classic improv game where we're going to take random objects, either suggested from you in the chat or from a random generator if you take too long, and things like a wallet. And we're going to say D&D with me is like a wallet. And then we're going to make a statement that compares D&D experience with us compared to a wallet, such as D&D with me is like a wallet. You're going to reach in for a good time and come up empty.
Full of cards, but there's nothing actually in there.
Are we talking magic items here? We're talking monsters? Just
It could be true.
Half the
It could be
things
funny. It could be
in
heartwarming.
They're out. It expired.
Oh my God. There you go.
reach in your bag of holding. Let's see what we got in there.
There actually was.
Saying.
So those here in the chat, feel free to drop out some items. It could be a fruit. It could be a vegetable. It could be a household object. It could be objects found at your FLGS or your school.
Sorry.
Yes.
So
And while that's happening, tell
Yes.
DT we missed him.
he was feeling under the weather. He really wanted to be here tonight. He texted me this morning. He's like, dude, I feel like literal shit. I am so sad. I want to be there tonight. And I said, I know you're going to be missed. I'll miss you, but take care of yourself. Feel better. There's things going around.
100%.
So drink your water, y'all. Get your rest.
Let's see.
Yeah, give him our love.
I
See,
absolutely will.
D&D with me is like a great sword. You can do it with one hand, but it's better with two.
Oh!
Oh, nice. I love it.
D&D with me is like a great sword. It should be better, but you rolled low.
That's all right. I like it. That's good. That's good.
Okay, D&D with me is like a great sword. Short sword would do the job, but longer is always better.
There you go.
Time, right? Time.
Time.
There you go.
Always.
Boom.
Yeah. Since I'm a great sword.
All right. How about a banana?
You're screwed.
Oh, okay. D&D with me is like a banana. Maybe rough on the exterior, but inside we're all just mushy.
Aw, that's sweet.
I like.
Like a banana.
D&D with me. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah. D&D with me is no, go ahead. You go ahead. I'm still thinking.
D&D with me is like a banana. If you peel back the layers, it turns out it really is good for you.
Oh,
Ooh, that was a
what I
good
was
one.
that was so good.
Nice.
Okay, I'm gonna piggyback off that. D&D with me is like a banana. You peel back the layers of the plot one mini bat at a time.
There you go.
I like that. That's a good one. Yep. Snap.
You mean you don't just divulge all the plot in Campaign 0?
Oh, of course. You have to. Did I throw Tiamat at my players? Campaign 0? 100%. And then they woke up from reality with their injuries. It was great.
Oh, that's cool. All right, bag of holding.
Oh, okay. Oh, shit. All right, D&D with me is like a bag of holding. You think you have enough space, but you never really do for the things you want.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you think you can cram it all in one session. You're like, shit, this one shot is an 8 shot.
Oh, that never happens.
No, never.
Oops. Oopsies.
D&D with me is like a bag of holding. It's best if you get elbow deep.
Oh. Yeah. D&D with me is like a bag of holding. You can plan so much, but eventually you run out of air.
Oh!
I like that one. I just thought of one more.
Go for it.
D&D with me is like a bag of holding. Once you step inside, it's a whole new world.
Oh,
that's
good
good.
one.
Yeah.
Little mini,
You guys are
Demi
good at
plane
it.
drop there.
Okay, how about a deck of many things?
Oh shit. Okay.
Oh,
D&D with me is like a deck of many things. Whether you draw once or twice, you're probably getting fucked somewhere or another.
Oh, it sounds like a spicy campaign.
Ooh.
D&D with me is like a deck of many things. You never know what you're gonna get.
That's fair.
Classic.
I like
The
it.
table. I will immerse you in any way, shape, or form.
D&D with me is like a deck of many things. If you pull hard enough, you'll get what you want.
Oh, yeah, maybe. Give it time, bud.
Okay, I got one from the Dinder, yeah. I got one from the random generator. A boom box. D&D with me.
Oh, go ahead. Me? All right. D&D with me is like a boombox. It may have peaked in the 80s, but it's still relevant now.
Oh,
hey!
That's good.
That's great.
So good.
D&D with me is like a boombox. I'm definitely carrying you on my shoulders.
Hey, that's good. I like that
Nice.
one. That's that's right. That hits right here.
Are you the paladin or how's that works? D&D with me is like a boombox. It's great for your ear holes, and sometimes you can feel the vibrations.
Oh,
that's a good one. That's a good one.
I like it. Hi, I'm Brain. Good to see you too. A Okay, new generator. Ooh, tweezers.
D&D with me is like a pair of tweezers. Oh shit! You may try to. I got no. Give me a second.
Okay, D&D with me is like tweezers. It's exactly what you need to get the little thing that hurts out.
It's a good one.
Oh, yes. Yes. D&D with me is like a pair of tweezers. If you pull hard enough, you can pull the role playing out of anyone.
I like
One of my
that. That's
players is proof of that.
You can get them. You can get them.
And
just gotta pull
you know
hard
who
enough.
I'm talking about. Yeah.
good. D&D
okay,
with me is like a pair of tweezers. You can never find exactly what you need when at the most time that you need them.
Oh, yeah.
You're so right.
Yeah.
That's why I keep this little zipper kit, and if they're not in there, they're completely gone.
Fingernail clip. It's fingernail clippers
Uh-huh.
for me. I literally have like 1,000 pair of fingernail clippers everywhere around my house. Never can find them.
Yeah.
Never. They're gone. It's like my other sock.
Okay.
Gone.
Last one from New Crits on the Block, Magic Missile.
Ooh. D&D with me is like magic missile. No matter what you roll, it's always going to be a hit.
There you go.
That's good.
D&D with me is like a magic missile. Every time you play, it always hits you right in the heart.
Oh, so good. Oh man, this is a tough one.
This is a hard one, especially since you're the last one of the last one. No pressure, buddy.
No pressure.
D&D with me is like a magic missile. If you aim true, it will always hit its mark.
I like that.
There it is. And
Same
that
thing.
basically,
There it is. It was all
that
way on.
basically sums up Mystic Cauldron, because you guys have absolutely aimed true in the planning, in the intention behind this amazing con that's to come in October 20th, 2024 of this year. Tickets on sale soon. And I know that hearts are going to be struck deep with the amazing experience that is to come. And it's all thanks to you guys and the thing that you are creating. I could not be more excited for you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it, man. We're excited.
Yeah.
Excited to see anyone and everyone who can make it there. Definitely selfies.
Yeah, definitely. All the selfies.
All
Hit
the
us up if you
selfies.
have questions. Like if you guys, I think both of us we try to be pretty approachable people, and like just we'll talk with anybody. So
Please.
like definitely, you guys, anyone's got any questions or anything like that, or has or they're nearby, or they want to be a part of it.
Yeah, and if you can't be a part of it, if you want us, we'll send you that sponsor proposal, which can get your guys' logo out there, your names out there, whatever the case, to our fellow community.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna want a copy of that.
Deal.
Got you.
Seriously. We'll talk after. We're bringing this to a close, y'all. For those just tuning in, thank you so much for hanging out. But if you missed any of tonight's talk, whether you're just jumped in live in the chat, you're gonna want to jump back to the beginning, either here on the VOD on Twitch or YouTube. But it will be live on. There it is. You got it.
Hey!
It will be live on YouTube and podcast. Please go back and give this a full listen, because if you're not excited about Mystic Cauldron, the TTRPG Con coming to Vista, California in October, then you don't fully understand what these guys are doing, because this is going to be the con to end all cons. It's almost, to me, it kind of feels like the renegade, like, fuck you corporate con culture that is spawning and taking it back to the roots and doing it for the people and doing it for what we love. So please support them. You can follow them on the Mystic Cauldron on Instagram, and then separately Chris on the Forever DM and Morgan at Heroes of Evermore. Follow what they're doing, support Mystic Cauldron, and 4 Geeks by Geeks will constantly be doing updates as we receive them and as we see them too, so that you won't miss a thing. Because if you can make it to this con, you should make it to this con, because it's only going to grow from here.
Well, it'll be worth it.
Oh yeah, definitely.
100%.
I
Thanks,
am
buddy.
so glad that we were able to make tonight happen.
Yeah.
I don't even care that we got started a little bit late because why? Because you were doing work on the fucking con.
Rolling.
Any last thoughts, guys,
Shut
before we
up.
close
Oh,
tonight?
19. Okay. 12. You got this one.
19.
12
you roll
on
the
it. Morgan's got this one.
We had to roll a d20.
Yeah.
Every DM.
Sweet. That's what we do.
Yeah.
Any parting shots, boys?
Ooh. I want to give it out to this guy. He's been such an inspiration to me as a DM, as a friend. You do so many amazing things that I'm constantly just like, where, and I say this like in my initial thought process is like, where do you come up with these things? But then you text me and tell me you come up with these things in the shower. So like I know the answer to my own question, but it
So he's
still
thinking about you in the
astounds me
shower.
every time.
Yes. Everyone else, thank you so much.
No, of
bro.
course,
I
buddy.
appreciate it. That is the secret sauce in the shower. Come up with genius ideas.
I'll get a text about 11:30 and it's like titled Late Night Shower Thoughts.
It's a thing.
It is. I love it. It's great.
Thanks, bro.
Of course, dude.
Appreciate it. I just, yeah, shouting out saying this guy, like coming together, coming up with ideas, the support and the love, and yeah, just phenomenal. And then you guys too.
Mm-hmm.
For Geeks by Geeks.
Absolutely.
Love you guys.
Thanks for having
Thanks
us.
for being this light in this community.
Yeah.
And if it ever gets you down, hit us up. We'll chat for hours, not even on stream.
Yeah.
And relight that flame, buddy. Love you guys.
Now I know where to go. I really appreciate you guys. And all of you watching back or tuning in live, thank you so much. Until next time, I am Bozer.
Take care.
And you just keep geeking out. Bye-bye.